Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for Tyler Perry's House of Payne, season 14, episode 7, the synopsis. So once again, it's season 14, episode 7, the synopsis. The name of the episode will be Burying the Hatchet, and it airs Wednesday, June 11, y'all. It said tempers flare between Laura and the Payne family. Jazmine must decide whether or not to forgive. And I said, okay, first things first. I agree with people when they said it's about time for Laura to go. I agree with people when they said they think that Calvin should be alone for a while. But I also agree with people who say that on certain things, Lord has a point. I said I might not agree with everything, but yeah, this is the part two, y'all. Apparently, it's still supposed to go on. Hopefully, this is the conclusion. I just read a comment on TikTok where somebody was saying how. Hold on, y'all. Let me back this up. I just read a comment on TikTok where somebody said back in the day on House of Pain when they talked about certain things that by the end of the episode, at least, or even the next episode, that they would conclude everything. I said that's true. That's true because this has been dragging for way too long. Hold on, y'all. I said that's true because this has been going on for way too long. But the name of the episode is supposed to be Burying the Hatchet. But yeah, it said tempers flare between Laura and the Payne family. And I said, okay, at this point, Calvin got a decision to make. I feel like at the end of last episode, I about to say last season. I think that at the end of the last episode, Calvin was starting to finally see Laura for who she is. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm not just gonna fully say that it's Laura fault this and Laura fault that. I feel like boundaries should have been in place. And because boundaries weren't in place, it done got too far out of hand. I think it done got too far out of hand. And the fact that Calvin continues to say that they need to resolve it on their own says a lot. It says a lot. But yeah, I said, here we go. Part two. Part two. So hopefully this is the end of it. Some people think that Calvin's actually going to get married to Laura. Some people want him to marry her. I think he need to be single, to be honest. Now, at first I was saying like him and Miranda need to reunite. But the fact that he still hasn't been honest about his feelings to either of the ladies says a lot. I'm still wondering if they finna get ready to do a deeper dive into Laura because we haven't seen. I think the only thing we know about her is the fact that they not know about her, but that they introduced her parents. I think that was the only thing we know so far about her or seen in regards to her is that I still think it's more to the story. Like I'm waiting for the big spoiler reveal or something like that. Y'all know what I wanted to happen. Yeah, y'all know what I wanted to happen. But yeah, I was like, okay, at this point, I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. But yeah, they said 10% between Laura and the Payne family. They don't say anything other than that. Once again, I haven't seen a trailer in a in a long time. Y'all remember how back in the day they'd be like on the next House of Pain and they'll show you a little sneak peek. I haven't seen that. Hold on. But yeah, I said, look, Uncle, I just want this storyline to be over with already. I think this is more so about Miranda than anybody. But we did see Ella say it's something about her. It's something about Laura that she can't explain. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, when Curtis came out that day and he didn't know Laura was there, excuse me, when he didn't know that Laura was there, didn't he say something about her too? Didn't he make that comment? I was like, so are they foreshadowing something to come? People are saying that she's pregnant and that's why she acting like that. I was like, she ain't like that because she's pregnant. Lord have mercy. I'm like, no, she do too. She be over there huffing and puffing. Y'all be seeing. I said, hold on now. Like last episode. I was like, okay, lady, you doing too much now. That was so unnecessary. That's so unnecessary. I have been seeing a lot of comments saying that something about Miranda owned the condo. I was like, I forgot. She did own it, didn't she? They said she gave it to Calvin. Do y'all think that gives her a right to walk in whenever she wants because she owned it? What y'all say, yeah? Oh no, y'all. I don't know. I think respect. Now that's a situation where Laura should have been saying something about respect. Hold on. Cause I was also just looking at like just old House of Pain clips and stuff like that. People was trying to point out how Laura was beforehand, and they was just showing how she was talking about Miranda. Remember the episode about the child support and stuff, and she was telling Calvin something about how Miranda doing that to spite him. And I was like, I don't know, cause remember when it first came back and Miranda was still trying to get Calvin back, and she said she need the money or whatever, and then I don't know if it was Janine or CJ or somebody told her you make more than Calvin. Y'all remember that? And I said, although I don't agree with Laura putting ideas in his head because she don't know if they was true or not. She just said something. She just said something. I do think she had a point right then and there because didn't they tell her she made more than him and she was trying to get more? I don't know, y'all. I also know that people were saying like child support is based on, the amount that they make. So if Calvin was making more money than the child support, excuse me, if Calvin was making more money, then the child support should have went up. But then they also uploaded, and we talked about this before. They was the scene where what was it? Hold on. What was it? Duh, I can't remember. Oh, we talked about the Ella situation when he found that and he thought that she had cheated or something like that, and she told him what it was about, and that's when she was like, "Miranda, I know for a fact Miranda did do whatever." I said, "I don't like that. I don't like that right there." But yeah, what do y'all think? Once again, it says temper flare between Laura and the Payne family. Jazmine will decide whether or not to forgive. And that's a whole nother thing because people are also saying that Jazmine needs to forgive. The professor was right and stuff like that. But I feel like they downplay situations like this. I think this stuff be serious. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I think stuff like that, because back in the day, they used to tell us if you cheat, you get kicked out of school or whatever. He tried to frame her or whatever. Not frame her, but basically frame her. And I said, I think, look, the difference though, I think the difference is you forgive, but you don't forget. And I don't think she should sit up here and forget nothing. But they saying that she like him and she's gonna forgive him or whatever. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I said I had looked up because after I got done watching the House of Pain clips, I was like, I wonder if they got the next episode synopsis. And they do. They just said it's called Burying the Hatchet or whatever. So they supposed to get into it again. And I said, here we go. Hopefully by the end of this episode it ends. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully by the end of this episode it actually ends because it's been dragging on for way too long. I don't think we ever gonna get the old House of Pain back. Y'all know this Tyler Perry series. In regards to this series, House of Pain will forever be my favorite. The old House of Pain. As of right now, I don't know about this, and I need to do a video on that, asking y'all opinion on the show since it came back. I think that it's doing way better than when it first returned, especially when it was called The Pains. Y'all remember that when it was called The Pains? I definitely think it's doing way better than that. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about the synopsis, just saying what it was, saying that they finna get into it once again. And hopefully we reach a conclusion or we see something in regards to Laura. But that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. Wait. Let me make sure it goes to 8 minutes first. Let me make sure it goes to 8 minutes because they say you're supposed to post a video that's over 8 minutes. I didn't know at first. But yeah, let me know down below, y'all. Hold on, wait. Let me see something. I know what else I was gonna say. Are y'all going to watch Tyler Perry's Divorced Sisters? I think they air the first episode on BET after the BET Awards, and then all the episodes after they're gonna air it on BET Plus. And not only that, Sisters returns July 16th. It's gonna be on a Wednesday. They have not uploaded a trailer yet. I said they slipping, ain't it? They slipping. Remember how back in the day they used to drop all these spoilers before at least 2 months in advance or whatever? We haven't got dilly freaking squat. I said, now this will be the time. But yeah, they said that he's filming or has filmed allegedly season 10. I was like, we ain't even got the season 9 trailer. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, this is have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.